Somebody ruined this tire.
Yes. Someone at about 70 miles an hour lost it.
So,
Yeah, update, I guess, eh?
maybe we need to change the name of the channel, because right now it says GCM Racing Scale Trucks Made in Canada or something like that. And
It's not.
I think our last couple videos
Yeah.
have had nothing to do with scale trucks, so I don't know. What do you think?
Well, agreed, but it's all scale or realistic, right?
Yeah.
And I think that's an ongoing thing with our brand and with GCM is that we try to make things realistic or scale. And so this all falls into place, right?
It totally does. Except this falls into the place of extremely awesome.
It does.
I'm not sure
It does.
how we came up with this whole idea.
Yeah.
Like, you seem to have started the idea at USTE to do buggy racing. I'm pretty sure that was your fault.
Right, yeah. I remember having that discussion at that round table.
And I'm pretty sure that this is probably going to start something that will also be your fault.
Well, maybe not. I did hear this year that I guess some of the guys are going to sneak away to a parking lot or whatever and do some drag racing.
Yes,
So,
well, that's the no prep scene, right?
Yeah.
So, I mean, those are Lexan body, purpose built. It's a little different than this, for sure.
For sure. But
So-
still amazing. Those no prep bodies that come on them, like the Fox Body Mustang.
There's a bunch of cool ones now.
Oh, my goodness gracious.
Yeah, they're neat.
They're great.
Yeah.
However, this body in particular, it blows my mind. This was Super Scale 2020. I purchased the files from him and then had Chad printed out for me, True North RC, printed for me. And then Shiny Shane sort of got it to its primer state. And
Wow.
as we've discussed before, one of the things that we wanted to do was make a drag car out of this. A funny car type style car. And my biggest challenge to date really wasn't the body. That was actually pretty simple. Thanks, guys. Was finding a chassis for it. And one of the chassis that I was after was the Traxxas funny car chassis and kit that was out there. Well, good luck finding one today.
Right. They not make them anymore, right?
No, I'm not sure when they discontinued them, but they've been out of production for quite some time. Ironically, when they were selling the last of them, they were pretty inexpensive. And now if you find one, you're paying that collector value to it.
Oh, no.
Yeah, so I managed to pick one up. Thank you, Kyle. He had messaged me and said there was a guy local to him that had one. And he was willing to go pick it up. So it actually fell into my lap, so thank you guys. So this is where we're going to start from. This is the Traxxas funny car chassis. At this point, I haven't really done much to it. There's a front end clip onto this chassis that I removed, and then found a set of tires that at the moment don't necessarily fit, but they're on. Mock-up, yeah. So there are a few things that we need to do, but what we wanted to do was give you an update on this particular project or build, and so this is a quick update on where we sit. And so what do you think?
Okay, well, I didn't know the Traxxas funny car was like pan car style in the back.
Yeah.
It's got that floating solid rear axle kind of pan car setup, and that's genius.
Yeah, really neat, eh?
This is probably one of the more simpler setups for any suspension that I've seen. Like, the front end is so friggin' cool with those, whatever you call those, cantilever inverted shock kind of, that Formula 1 style thing. Those are really cool, man. And it doesn't take up any space.
No.
And then it's got this plastic but kind of linear tube chassis design. It's pivot ball suspension in the back, and I don't know, man. It's really cool.
It is really neat.
Yeah, and it's way narrower than I thought. Like, what? I don't know. I just remember the funny car being so huge, but maybe it was the body that they put on it.
Yeah, it's a big kind of balloon body. I didn't bring it
I
with me,
just
but
kinda
it's this
thought it was
huge monstrosity.
giant. Yeah.
But it fits. I mean, if you look at a funny car in real life, again, it's got all those funny car proportions.
Yeah.
Hence the name. So but I'm impressed with the chassis. It's really nice. I think it's going to work. with what we want to do. So some of the things that we need to do, we need to shorten the wheelbase.
Right.
So that's something that we're tasked with. As you can, if you put the body back on, you'll obviously see that it's way too long. It's about an inch too long. Don't have to do anything with the front end. It's narrow enough. However, if you do use the original Traxxas funny car wheels, they're way too big. These guys are way too big. So we're going to come up with either some other design or another adapter to use sort of the typical hex setup.
Right.
That we're more accustomed to, especially in the tiny truck world.
This looks like a 17 millimeter hex.
Yeah.
And I think for literally no work, I can make hexes that'll fit on there that'll work for 12 millimeter hex. And then the options are like endless, right?
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
So that's the way to go for sure.
We want to probably get a larger size tire in the front just to fill the front fender well. And you came up with a good idea. We could go with like the 1.9 or 2.2 buggy.
Two-wheel drive buggy.
Yeah, two-wheel drive buggy tire. I know the No Prep have a tire too, but something even like that would
Like this is a 2.2.
Yeah, that's mint.
But they run on the bearings the same as this does, so that's a really easy rim you could swap in and out. And there's like 10 jillion varieties.
Sure. Yeah.
Plus there's tires. There's all kinds of weird tires you could put on there. Instead of having a little tread or ribs or whatever, you could do anything you want. Buggies have tons of options.
Yeah. And then, of course, we talked about the hex with an adapter in the back, and then that gives us so many options in the back. Put a slick on there, and you know, even the GCM 5 slot looks nice in there. So
Yeah.
I do like that.
Yeah.
It's got that vintage feel to it.
The motor on this thing is huge.
I think it can go like 70 miles an hour, which I don't think I've ever seen an RC car go 70 miles an hour. So. But, you know, the actual body, you can understand why the body has so many scratches on top of it. I imagine these things, as soon as they get sideways, they end up on their roof.
Yeah.
But, you know, I obviously I'm a fan of all things motorsports, and drag racing is super cool, so why not get into it? But I thought the body itself just was screaming like a funny car type look to it, and that was really what drove me to this. I really think it looks the part. So yeah, this is sort of where we're at. I'm going to continue down this process. We're going to get the body lines or the chassis to fit underneath it, get everything set up. You made a great suggestion with the motor. We're going to get one of those Revell or you know, those modeler kit motors that are available out there, and see if we can plant it on there.
Yeah.
Hopefully get TV Classic Toys has a driver or like a stunt guy. If you've ever seen them, look them up. TV Classic Toys. They've got such an amazing amount of pilots and drivers and figures and so on. I think we can find something to squeeze into the cage there. And once we get to that point, I think it's really start to come together. It's going to look really cool.
This is such a neat project. Oh, man.
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah.
We'll have like the hinge, you know, just like the funny car. Maybe have a little prop up at the front.
Yeah. Yeah, man. If you're gonna do all the motor details and all that stuff in a driver, I mean, why wouldn't you? I mean,
yeah.
But yeah,
it's all a matter of time.
Then you definitely have to do all that stuff.
For sure. And then we'll get a cool paint job. We've got our guy Shane, who is an incredible painter, and so we'll give this body back to him after we've made all our cuts and holes and stuff, and let him work his magic. But some of the paint jobs that he does are magnificent, and
amazing.
Yeah, he's probably the best painter I know out there. So we're gonna have a lot of fun with this, but this is just a quick update to let you know where we're at. We got the chassis, we have some direction. When it's done, I'm anxious to see it go for sure.
Be careful.
Yeah. I won't be going 70 miles an hour. I won't end up on its roof. Although we do drive these vehicles, I drive them, you know, to their scale or realism. I don't want to go 70 miles an hour and then this thing flip on its roof and then cringe and cry a little bit. So it'll be on the road, but
we got to find a way to do like a massive burnout with this thing.
Yeah, that would look cool.
That would be so awesome.
Yeah,
like sure. Just melt a set of tires off the back.
I would love to do that.
There's got to be a way.
I'd love to do that. It's very roadkill of us. Yeah, for sure.
Yeah.
For sure. Yeah.
Oh, that'd be a great idea.
Yeah. So yeah, we're there. We're there. We've got the bits. We've got the parts. And we've got a builder, and we've got the fabricator next to me, and the sound advice and all of the direction that I need. So this thing, when it's done, I'm going to be really excited for it. I can't imagine it won't be done till 2022, really. But it'll be a fun build for the remaining of the year. And I hope to bring this to USDE 2022. And have that there. Of course, in USDE, when we went to 2020, Ryan Cormesser had one of these, and
he did.
I got to see this particular body in person. I knew of it because of Super Scale 2020, but he sort of, once I saw it, I needed it. I needed to have it. So, and I knew what we were going to do. So here we are.
So, here's a poll. You can do this, write their stuff in the comments there. Is this a Chevy mid-60s, like, Impala wagon something? What is this? Is it a Dodge Coronet? I don't know, because it has this sort of dodgy side stripes there with the way that it's got the winglets on the back and stuff, and then it's got almost a Chevy grill on the front. So, if you know what this thing is actually supposed to be, or what it's really close to resembling, then let us know, because that'll help with the badging and the detail work and stuff like that, right? At this point, I haven't really figured out what it's supposed to be.
I think it's an Oldsmobile, but you guys double check. I think it's an Olds, a mid-Olds, somewhere around there.
Yeah, okay.
But like an F85 or Jetfire or something to that effect.
Oh.
Oldsmobile, but yeah, if there's someone that's an expert in these that really can sort of pinpoint the year on this, that would be great. But,
yeah, that'd be cool.
Yeah, for sure. So yeah, lots of detail work, lots of stuff to come, and I'm excited. I'm excited.
I bet.
Yeah, lots of exciting stuff,
Yeah.
as per usual with us and with GCM. So
cool.
If it isn't tiny trucks, it's at least realistic or scale.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah. There's lots of trucking happening too.
Yeah,
so.
there's lots of that behind this. As you can see, I mean, if you could look in the studio, it's just piled with chassis and frames and trucks and parts and awesomeness.
Behind the scenes, I've been beating the crap out of my lossy laser nut too, so that's actually been super fun.
Yeah, that thing is nuts. Anyways, that's oversized beast.
Yeah.
However, yes, that's our update. Stay tuned. We will continue to update this as it goes along, so you can get an idea and follow us on this build.
More soon. We'll
You
see
bet.
you.
Take care.